Saxon Course 2, Lesson 60 is on fractional part of a number, Part 1, and then percent of a number, Part 1. So we have what number is 0.6 of 31. So we need to write this as an equation. So what number is going to come and turn into a letter? So a W. What number? The word is my equal sign. So what number is equal to 0.6 stays the same. And then of, the word of means multiply. So I'm going to put a multiplication symbol in there. And then, of course, the 31 stays the same. So I end up with 0.6 times 31. So if I do 31 times 0.6, remember we ignore the decimal. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay. Now I count how many decimal places I have. I have 1, so move the decimal over 1. So the answer is 18.6. Okay, this one, 3/5 of 120 is what number? Again, we need to decode it. So 3/5, we're going to write as 3/5 of means multiply. 120 stays the same. Is my equal sign. And then what number is my letter? What number? So I'm going to multiply these across. 3/5 times 120 over 1. We're going to cancel first. 5 becomes a 1. 120 becomes 24. So I'm left with 3 times 24, which is 72. Okay, so this one, a jacket is sold for $75. 40% of the selling price was profit. How much money is 40% of $75? So to be able to do this equation, I need to first change my percent into a fraction or a decimal. You can do it either way with this problem. So if I changed it to a fraction, it would be 40 over 100 times $75. I would then reduce the 40 over 100 to 2/5 and multiply that by $75. Okay, I'm going to cancel. 5 becomes a 1, 75 becomes a 15. I have 2 times $15, which is equal to $30. So $30 is 40% of the $75. The other way I can do it is to change it into a decimal. So instead of changing it to 40 over 100, I'm going to change it to 0.4, and now multiply those. So 75 times 0.4. Remember, ignore the decimal. 4 times 5 is 20, carry the 2. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 2 is 30. I have 1 decimal place, 1 decimal place. So my answer is $30. I got it the same either way. Here with this problem, a certain used car salesman received a commission of 8% on the selling price of a car. If the salesperson sells a car for $10,800, how much is the salesperson's commission? So I have 8%, and with money it's easier to change it to a decimal. So we're going to do 0.08 at 8%. Of is multiply. Selling price of the car is $10,800 equals the commission. Okay, so I'm going to multiply that. Okay, 8 times 0, 0, 0. 8 times 8 is 64. Carry the 6. 8 times 0 is 0, plus 6 is 6. 8 times 1 is 8. Now we count the decimals. Oh, there's none on that one. So 1, 2 decimal places. So 1, 2 decimal places. So he got $864 for selling that car. Okay, this one. What number is 25% of 88? On this one, I can go ahead and change the 25% to a fraction, which is going to be 1/4 times 88. So I'm going to do 88 divided by 4, which is equal to 22. Alright, for this one, a bicycle is on sale for $119.95. The tax rate is 6%. So what is the tax on the bicycle? So to find that, I'm going to take the $119.95 and multiply it by the tax rate, which is 6%. I need to change that to a decimal, so it's going to be 0.06. Okay, then I'm going to multiply. 6 times 5 is 30. 30, carry the 3. 6 times 9 is 54, plus 3 is 57, carry the 5. 6 times 9 is 54, plus 5 is 59, carry the 5. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 5 is 11, carry the 1. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Now I need to do the decimal places. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's 4 decimal places total. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so since we're dealing with money, I'm going to be rounding to the nearest hundredths place, because your hundredths place is your penny. And we don't have any money smaller than a penny. So I'm going to round the 9. I look to the 7. 7 tells me to round it up. So the 9 rounds up to a 10. So the 9 becomes a 0. And the 1 becomes a 2, because I have to round it up. So tax is $7.20. So then ask for the total price including the tax. So I'm going to take that $119.95 and add the $7.20 to it. So 5, 9 plus 2 is 11, carry the 1, decimal comes straight down. 9 plus 8 is 17, carry the 1, 2, 1. So the total price of that bike is $127.15. Okay, and that's it for this lesson.